Christine live, and then your audio is live, and my audio is live. Go ahead, Christine.
Hi. Hello. Welcome to Your Best Imaginary Friends. We are playing D&D 5e tonight in our regular campaign. It's going to... we are on session 3 of Arc 2. Last session... let's see, what did you do? You pissed off Halia real good. You kind of made your way around town. There are a lot of loose ends that you're still cleaning up. You met a mysterious monk who'd been wandering around the town named Leosin, who offered you guys a ride to south if you so choose to take it. He said that his group is coming by and they would be more than happy to take you safely down there. Let's see, you met a very surly dwarf named Ilda, who helped you close up the way of Echo Cave, and when you got back to the inn, you were not even greeted, there were just 8 uniformed people in the inn. Did I miss anything? You're still waiting for Halik's
The amazing conjuration of animals by Zag.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Zag carrying the 3 of us back because we didn't ask Ilda if she would ride double.
Yeah, she had her own horse, and the 3 of you rode Zag as a horse all the way back to Phandalin, which Halik missed. Halik had to have a little lie down.
Wait, who did you ride? What happened?
We all rode Zag.
Oh, cool.
I'm really insulted you didn't watch the episode, Anthony.
I started to do it, and then my dad called me.
Classic dad.
I know.
Damn. Jeez, Dad.
Yeah. Not gonna point out the fact you had all week to do it. You chose an hour before we started playing.
That's true.
All right.
And I'm around. I just apologize. I'm still making food.
Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. So I believe we said Halik was taking a long rest with his new friend. Oh yeah. Thoroughly is having disturbing dreams, and Halik lost Bonchan last session, and here he is. He actually has a new, like Bonchan is a spirit. He still exists, but he took a new form of a wolf. So
A wolf.
Yeah,
I would also like to point out that Thrilly is doing what you're not supposed to do about dealing with those weird dreams and just drinking.
Yeah, it's okay. I got plenty of lacerations for you, bud.
Yeah. We'll heal you right up.
Speaking of, when we left off last night, was it the evening or the morning?
I believe it was the evening.
Okay,
Because
that's what I thought as well.
Got back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It took you guys a while to get there, do your thing, and come back. So you really put in a lot of work in one day.
Yeah, I think my spell slots are wrong, so I just gotta adjust those.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had put down at least 2 glyph wardings, which is 2 hours right there.
I just remember doing the plant stuff, and I was gonna do the other plant stuff. But yeah, cool. I'm all set.
All right. So you guys entered the inn looking for maybe a drink and a lie down. I don't know why I keep saying lie down. And you saw 8 humanoids, all like humans and half elves, and elves, like all tallish, standing in the same uniform. What would you guys like to do?
Can I percept to see if, or should I insight check them to see what their intentions are, or do I just percept to see what's going on?
I think you would have to percept
Okay.
to begin with.
Sure. 13.
All right. They are all in like navy robes, like navy-ish blue, with white trim. It's pretty simple.
Okay,
You
that's
haven't
what-
really. It almost reminds you of Leosin's robes.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll mention that to the group. These look like the monks that. These look similar to the garb that Leosin had. They're very simple.
What are they doing? Have they sat down?
Yeah, they're all sitting down. They all have meals in front of them. No ale or anything.
I'm
I
gonna
saw that.
take a seat, kind of close to them, not too close where it'd be suspicious, but where I might be able to overhear what they're talking about if they're talking.
All right. Yeah, there's you take a seat at the bar. They're kind of at the like big community table. They're pretty much taking up the whole thing. And none of them are talking. They're just eating silently in silence. It's very exciting.
They're a bunch of weirdos. Okay.
I'll turn to you and say, are these monks completely silent? Is it something along those lines? Or sorry,
run in.
was
I
Leosin's
could-
order all silent?
I could run into one and see if they say anything.
I don't know if that's necessary, but we could just go try and talk to them.
How far away are we from them right now?
Like maybe across the room.
Okay.
Ooh, where are my dice?
I guess I will approach the table.
You really want me with my charisma talking to them?
I mean, my charisma is only slightly better than yours.
You approach the table and none of them even look up. They continue to eat in quiet.
They're less charismatic than that other monk fellow we met. And that's amazing.
I will sort of sit at the end of the table and I'll ask, hello, are you friends of a man named Leosin? He was a man, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Human man. Okay, cool.
One of them looks up. Yes, we study under Leosin.
Excellent. I presume he told you, or at least mentioned us to you. He came to town saying that we could travel south with you.
He hasn't, but we haven't seen him yet, so it's quite possible. He takes
Oh,
enough-
did Leosin stay around?
He sends word
Oh,
when he
excellent.
needs us.
Excellent. Okay.
He told us to come here.
At this, Zach
You're-
gets really nervous. He doesn't know where to go in the conversation, so he just sort of like.
Why did he send you here?
He told us, he gave us orders, and we obeyed. I'm Neeson, by the way. He holds out his hand.
Zag like spits out his name. Zag, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Zag. I'm sure that he will send word. He told us to wait here for further instruction. So here we are.
Bruno just wanders up. Hey, you don't happen to be a bunch of monks, are you?
This breaks all of them into laughter. Why, yes, we do happen to be a bunch of monks.
Well, that is a coincidence because that's exactly who we're looking for.
I'm Neeson.
Rona, nice to meet you. And I clasp his arm, give him a good shake.
Gives a little bow. Well, we'll be here for a little while, and when we hear more, if we are truly supposed to help you, we'll let you know.
All right, sounds good to me. If you
Uh,
don't mind, I'm going to get back to drinking. Nice to meet you. Go back to
They
the bar.
nod.
how long are you guys planning on sticking around? Out of curiosity.
We're not sure.
Okay.
We were told to wait here.
By Leosin? You're looking to meet Leosin here?
Well, we may not. He's already left. We can
Okay.
tell, but he sends us word through different means, and we
Okay.
listen.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, we'll be around here, I guess, for a little bit, so you can catch up with any of us.
He nods, and then it goes back to eating his soup quietly.
What kind of soup you got there?
It is pickled radish soup.
Mm.
Yes, but does he have French fries?
What's really good is if you dip the French fries in the pickled radish soup.
It sounds extravagant, and we're not the type to indulge in physical.
Fair enough.
Your loss. I'm gonna go drink with Rona.
Keep in
Alright,
mind,
so-
you have not introduced yourself, so they give you the side eye. Oh, really?
Oh, right. I'm Halleck, by the way. I'm, a member of this merry group.
He smiles. He gives like a tight smile, and says, "Niece, I'm pleased to meet your acquaintance."
Neeson?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How do you spell that, Christine? Oh, you just did it. I see it.
He introduces the other ones, but their names don't matter.
Okay.
Do they? Are you sure about that?
I'll have them later. I didn't write them out.
Oh,
So
so is really sitting back with me at the bar yet?
Yeah, I came back.
I'm gonna elbow him and say, I think so. That person, Leosin, you know him a little bit, right?
Sure, as much as a sentence is knowing someone.
Well, he said something. His students were, so that's apparently who they are. But Gariel, something, their leader. I don't know if that's the person we were supposed to meet, but he sounded
Sister
like he was with-
Gabrielle is the sister at the shrine here in the town.
Oh, right. Yeah, it skipped my mind for a minute there. I'm wondering if maybe we should talk to her.
We could.
Do you want to go now, or
I
we'll wait
prefer
till-
to go to the shrine in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
Dandy, are you doing anything?
I overheard that conversation, not the monk one. So I'm asking about that pickled radish soup. What is that? I've never had anything like that. It sounds interesting.
Just comes out of the table.
No. I'm being very sly. I'm asking Elsa about it. Yeah.
She
Right.
like kind of makes a face. She's like, "It's the cheapest thing on the menu, you know. It's a soup."
And it's got, I'm guessing, a pickled radish in it, right? Is that a stretch?
Yeah, it's made of pickled radishes. We pickle them right out back for months, and then we put them in a soup and boil it till it looks like this. And she shows you like a clear broth with like little bits of radish in it. It
seems-
actually smells pretty decent, but
That seems odd, but I will try it anyway. I'm open to new things.
yeah, she puts in front of you 1 copper piece.
Sure. And you know what? I like her. I'll throw her 3 copper pieces. There you go. But I don't have a copper piece, so actually I have to give her a silver piece. So I'm gonna
Alright.
need 97 copper back, please. I'm just
Oh my
kidding.
God.
Keep the silver. 1 silver. There you go.
I think it's like 10 to 1, isn't it?
That would make more sense.
She like kind of gives. She's like, "All right, thanks." And she throws in like a little fire water for you too.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right. One by one, the monks pay their tab and just give you all a nod. If we're supposed to meet again, we will, and walk out.
Nice to meet you.
Just remark on how boring those people are. Even their soups are boring. I tried this kind of plain, to be honest. It was okay.
They're a very talkative bunch, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know how keen they were on us, but I mean,
If we travel with them, really gonna be boring, guys.
Or
we'll make
it'll
it-
be the
we'll
most
make it
interesting
fun for
trip
them.
they ever had.
yeah. Why don't we make them
Yes.
stay in their own camp?
Or maybe we'll
We'll
get
have
to
the
know
fun
them.
camp.
Maybe we'll crack their hardened outer shell and get to the gooey friendly monk on the inside.
That
Could
is
be.
really humanitarian of you.
Zag just sort of
They're
thinks
probably
back to the gooey guts of like the spiders that we took down in
Uh-huh.
Thunder Tree, and I'm like, just kind of shudders a little bit.
Yeah, they
Ugh.
probably are pretty gooey on the inside.
Ew.
Can I retcon an insight check when he said how long he was going to be
Yeah,
here? Okay, I meant to do it, but I forgot.
sure.
Yeah, likely story. That's what this sure sound like.
Oh,
21.
Nice.
yeah, it seemed like you've no real read on monks.
Okay.
Like they,
Really?
yeah, like you're looking at them and however you're feeling, like whether he lied or not is how you're feeling. Like they're pretty plain people. Like
Okay.
they're not very interesting.
Okay.
Well, these ones are pretty, like they seem to live a pretty simple life. Like why would they lie?
Okay. Cool. So, but they seem genuinely simple and not like they're like they don't seem like they're hiding anything.
Not to you.
Okay. Cool.
But this is also probably your first interaction with a monk, so even
Okay.
a high roll can't tell you like everything.
Fair enough.
All right.
Did we take a rest yet since ever? I don't remember the last time we took a rest.
We thundered back into town on my back. I collapsed from exhaustion, and then we went to the inn.
Alright.
We slept before we went to the
caves.
cave, though.
Okay.
So I don't think you cast any spells while we were there, so you'd be.
Alright, that's what I have. I
Full.
just wanted to
Yeah.
make sure I wasn't cheating.
I'm only down my 3rd level spells because of the glyphs that I put in.
Okay.
I just long rested myself. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know.
No, you would
You
have.
did.
We
No, you
said
Okay.
that you
Did-
were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did Ilda like continue on, or is she still here?
She left
She
us.
said goodbye to you at the end.
Okay, so I have my room back.
Yeah.
I don't have to go sleep in the broom closet.
Nope. Not tonight, at least.
Zach is
No.
gonna just cast a good berry, toss one each to the party in case they're extra hungry. Leave the rest on the bar, and he's gonna head upstairs to bed for an early night's sleep.
I am gonna follow suit and thank Zag for the wonderful horses again, and the ride back home, and the good berry. And I'm gonna go up to bed and say goodnight to everyone.
I'm gonna go make camp outside, with new Banchan.
Oh,
Aw.
It's okay. I like new Banchan. It's still Banchan, you guys.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, you have to show everyone the picture you have for new Banchan.
How do I do it?
Drag the token out.
Oh.
You can put it where my giant one is.
It won't let me do it. You'll see it at some point.
Okay.
It's you guys know Wolf Puppy from Twitter.
No.
I do not. That's
Oh,
not
I
new
must be-
Bonchan. That's old
No.
Bonchan.
That's old Bonchan. I don't know why it's doing that.
Let me fix
It was doing that
real
last
quick.
time too, actually.
It's because I have to fix the token.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll just go up to my room and go to sleep, I guess.
All right.
Bonchan digs a hole. And
Oh yes,
sleeps
there it
in
is.
Oh my god.
Are you just trying to make it really hard for Christine to kill new Bonchan now?
Yeah.
Good
Kill
choice.
that.
Good choice.
Badgers are like one of my favorite animals, so it
But
didn't
look at
stop
Wolf
me
Puppy.
then.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised you didn't put a picture of our dog up.
Oh, that would have
Yeah.
You wouldn't kill Rosie, would you?
Okay, so I'm sleeping.
Zach's gonna be up as early as possible for after a full
Alright.
night's sleep.
Hey, look, roll a perception check.
Okay.
You're outside.
Oh yes,
Fun-
Halic.
Ooh, nice.
It's a solid 23.
Holy moly. That's a lot.
You see, like you notice that someone set camp right outside of town. You imagine it's probably the monks. Suddenly,
Like
this,
where? Can you ping approximately where I'm seeing it?
like up here, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, like kind of where, kind of outside of town. You just see like a fire, but
Okay.
you smell, and you're like, it smells like 8 people are there.
Mm.
This is when I wake up in the morning, or this is some point during the night?
As you're kind of bedding down.
Oh, okay, okay.
And suddenly this badger comes up to you, and it tries to lick your face, but the smell of booze just reeks from it, and you realize that it is probably Thorilli, disguised as old Bonton.
Oh my
Very
god.
horribly, kind of like making like weird sounds that aren't badger sounds.
Oh my god.
I play along. Like, I scratch him behind the ear. And I was like, hey, Bonchan, good to see you.
Yeah, he rolled a -1 in
Oh my-
deception.
That's amazing. I knew as soon as I mentioned something, I saw your conniving face and I could see the plan forming.
The gears were turning.
I'd say like response just nice to.
I'm just like playing along, and I want to see what he does.
What does
Okay.
new
I totally
Bonchan do?
know.
Wait, what does new Bonchan do?
New Bonchan after that just like curls up to go to sleep beside the.
Bonchan, however, like perks up and like growls at this badger that has decided to come in and enter our camp as Bonchan, and like he just sort of like comes up and like nuzzles you like get out. But I tell Bonchan that it's okay. Just let him snuggle. It's fine.
Oh my god.
But when he wakes up, he's gonna be pretty confused.
Oh.
Yeah.
It only lasts an hour, but I am going.
But
to
you're gonna
sleep out
fall
there.
asleep as
Oh
badger.
my god. Please
They
let
wake up
Threely
as
wake
her.
up naked. In a fetal position.
Yeah, I guess we probably could have.
No. Disguise self, I think, would hide
Yeah.
my.
Your clues.
Yeah.
It disguises the clothes and everything.
The clothes would be in the same place as the fur.
Right, right. Damn.
Yeah, so yeah, and once maybe it's the cuddling with both Halic and new Bonchan, or the fact that he like only drank a little. He actually has a restful night of
Yes.
spooning with Bonchan, and And Halik.
I think when disguise self wears off as he's sleeping, Bonchan also jumps up and growls for a second because he gets scared. But then he realizes that it's just the real and he's okay.
Actually, good question. Does disguise self disguise smell?
No, I mean it's just a vision thing.
So would Wolf Bonchan, know that it's just Thrilly?
Well, Wolf Bonchan has barely spent any time with you guys, so I would.
Is it?
imagine
Is
he's-
so? Actually, yeah, that's actually a good question. So it's an entirely separate consciousness.
It's the same. My understanding of it, at least, is that it's the same. Like it's the same spirit. It's the spirit of Bonchan, but a new body, which I think would mean new senses,
New memories and stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
He's reincarnated.
Yeah.
That would suck every time coming back, remembering how you had died.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, you'd be
Oh,
traumatized.
God.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although he's probably going to be a little bit scared of dragons.
True. But he won't know why.
Exactly. He's just like, this is weird, but I don't really want to go near that thing.
He hates poison now. He can smell when poison's coming around. He gets the Febreze out.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else before you wake up in the morning?
And I know that the camp is the monks, or I assume that it's the monks.
You assume it. Like you rolled a pretty high perception,
Okay.
so you assume that they stayed outside.
Okay.
Only 24 higher than my deception.
Oh, they're really.
All right. The night passes without any sort of action or events. It's been another pretty quiet night, which is kind of good news because, like, no one's trying to break into the way of Echo Cave. Yeah, and it is. We can say it's probably about morning time now.
Cool. So Zag's gonna get up bright and early. He's gonna go down to Elsa and leave a note with her, letting the party know when they come down that he's at Alderley Farm, trying to make some plants grow.
All right.
He's gonna head off and start doing that for the day.
Halik and Bonchan also wake up with the sun, and we let Thrilly sleep in a little bit.
Oh my god.
And I want to go over to where I saw that monk camp. Whenever Zag's done. I'm sorry, I didn't know if you were done or not.
I see a puppy.
Yeah, so I want to go over to the monks. One to like make sure that it was actually the monks that I guessed right, and two to tell them that like if a bunch of half orcs come in, like a bunch of rambunctious half orcs come in, like you may not know that they're coming in. That's my family. They're okay. Don't like get scared or attack them or anything like that. And please, if that does happen, please let me know because I'm on the lookout for them.
All right. Yeah, so you head up early in the morning, probably like 5 or 6 when the sun comes up. Like you got a full rest. It's about normal time to wake up. You approach a camp, and you do indeed see that there are like 4 tents, like they sleep 2 together, and it's pretty simple means. Like the tents are kind of falling apart, and they also have 8 horses there that all look well fed, but not like fancy horses, just some regular old horses.
Okay.
And it's actually like they're pretty busy. Like they really seem to have a lot more personality together. Like one of them is singing a song about dragons and the time they saw Leosin slay one. One of the other monks is like sitting and like weaving something, and others like sharpening the sword. The others are meditating or cooking food.
Okay.
And as you approach, Neeson stands up and says, "Oh, Halek. Hello.
Greetings. Good morning.
Oh, good
I
morning."
saw you guys making camp out here, and I just wanted to come by and check and make sure that it was you and not someone else that maybe shouldn't be here.
Well, I don't know who that might be, but it is us, and as long as we're welcome in town,
Oh, of course.
unless you
That's...
think we should leave.
No, of course. No. That's not at all what I meant. I'm happy to see you all here. So I heard you guys singing a song about Leosin killing a dragon. That's pretty crazy. We just actually killed a dragon ourselves.
That's
Yeah, we did.
oh, that's fantastic. You seem like a group that could handle your own. You should tell Leosin that next time you see him. He will no doubt have tales to share with you.
Are you guys here for? Does your guys' presence here have anything to do with the dragon that was flying overhead?
No, we had no idea there was a dragon. I mean, we've been seeing dragon activity. We've been traveling a lot more lately, but
Right.
Leosin has a bit of a thing with dragons.
Sure.
And yeah, but we were sent here on orders by Leosin. We follow. We don't ask questions very often.
Right. Okay, well, fair enough. That's more or less it. I just wanted to come by and check on you guys and make sure everything's okay. And also, I wanted to mention that sometime, hopefully today, you'll see a group of about 40 or so half-orcs coming in, probably this way. And I just wanted to let you know, not to be alarmed, that those are my people. They're my family. They've been recently displaced, and they're going to come here and live in Phandalin.
That's fantastic, Halek. It sounds very exciting. As long as they don't hurt us, we won't hurt them.
Sure, they're not going to bother you. I just wanted to warn you because they can be kind of scary looking,
We're not afraid of things that are scary on the outside, but those that are scary on the inside, Halek.
All right, you got it. All right, great. Well, I'm gonna head back to back into town. Hopefully, I'll see you guys in there.
Roll a perception check real quick.
Okay. Eight.
All right.
Not great.
All right. Would you like to do anything else?
No, I'm just walking back to town, seeing if the others are stirring yet.
All right.
I'm sort of like anxious right now because I'm like, it's been a little bit now, and I'm ready for my family to be here.
Aw.
I'm nervous.
So what time is it?
All right. Maybe 6 or 7 in the morning.
Okay.
Took him a while to get up there. Halek probably listened to the song for a while.
Halek's family.
If it's 7, Thrill probably like barely stirring.
They're coming today, though, right?
Seems
They're
like
coming soon, is what I've heard.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll go get some breakfast then, I guess.
Yeah.
Rona's up. She's been up practicing under her with her javelin outside.
All right. Yeah, you're probably practicing a little too close to Thoroughly's liking. But
Sorry.
as you do, you see the town stirring. You still see those mercenaries, but they're not hassling people. They're just wandering the town. Lenine, that's her name, waves at you from the Lion Shield Coster. she's still she's loading a wagon. Still loading that wagon. She's seems like she's still planning on leaving.
Oh, I want to stop in and just ask her to let me know if she sees my family.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
it.
And she says, "Halek, I can't believe you're bringing a bunch of crazy half-orcs here, and I'm fucking leaving. It was
Yeah,
gonna
you're
be...
missing out on a really good time.
We were gonna have a great time, and you brought them just as I was leaving, but I'll be here a couple more days, and I will, have them stop by, and I'll sell them some armor and weapons cheap if that's what they're into."
Oh yeah, they love cheap weapons.
All right.
That's it. I didn't want to make
Alright.
it big.
The usual people are there. Even Eatermath is having his breakfast there, and he's solemn as ever, just kind of looks at you.
Eating that sweet, sweet, juiciest apple he's ever eaten.
Oh yeah.
Actually, yeah, he comes by with, a bushel of apples. He all of a sudden fried apples appear on the menu with cinnamon, and they're the best thing you've ever had. Apple pancakes,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he just gives you a nod and says, "Thanks, Zach, for but remind him to let people know that they're coming onto the orchard." Yeah. So thoroughly, you're still asleep?
I make my way in now.
Okay. All right. Does anyone want to do anything?
Let me know when it's
Since,
about 2 p.m.
since I watched the relay come in past me, before he walks in, I want to grab him and say, "Hey, did you talk to that lady yet?"
Which lady?
Gariel?
No, not yet.
All right. Well, let me know when you do, and I'm going to keep chucking my javelins.
I'll probably head it over that way after I finish breakfast, whenever that is.
Okay.
So, just a quick question on the inspiring leader feat. Does that last until I do it again, until everybody loses it? Should I do it every morning?
I mean, it seems like there aren't many limitations, so I would say that you can do it as often as you'd like, but people will get more than those points unless they lose them.
Okay.
And you're not mid-battle, because I think it's a 10-minute speech. So.
Okay, but they don't lose them when they sleep. It's.
I'd say when you have a long rest, you lose them.
Okay.
Just because otherwise it's going to be really hard to keep track of.
Okay. Sounds
Point
good.
of order: is Cersei around your neck?
Yeah. She sleeps on my shoulders sometimes.
My God. I thought you had
So
one of those
cute.
fur things, what you
It
wear
is
at an airplane.
It is a fur thing.
That must literally
A
be the
fake fur
warmest
thing.
spot ever. Inside of the hoodie, around somebody's neck. Oh my god.
Sorry, I distracted us.
It's okay. I was
She's-
going
Total
to
tangent.
She's my familiar, so she's.
Oh.
Oh, now she's upset.
Yeah, we pissed her off.
Oh. All right. So yeah. Go ahead. Whatever anyone would like to do, besides give Cersei a hug.
Where are we right now?
We're eating breakfast.
Okay, we're all at the end. Okay.
Zag is not, but everybody else
Yeah.
is.
Well,
I sort of. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, nothing. That was filling time.
Okay, I was just gonna skip to when I finished breakfast then.
Yeah.
Okay.
You finish? Yeah. Nothing is. Nothing's happening yet. It's a pretty quiet day. it actually kind of feels good, like to not have to go running into something crazy.
Okay, I'll exit and Rona, I'm headed over to the shrine. You wanted to come along?
Oh yeah, I'd love to, and I'm gonna follow him.
All right. You appear in the shrine. You see the usual, like various miners, praying and giving their tidings. Sister Gariel is patiently listening to yet another lost soul. When you come in, she looks visibly relieved to be away from this person. She's, oh, I'm so sorry.
I was gonna
Please.
immediately just go into prayer
That's fine.
when I got in.
It looks like a brother and a sister have arrived. I will be right back with you, I swear. And she like rolls her eyes. Thoroughly's praying, and she approaches Rona. Oh, Sister Pelor, how can I help you?
So hi, I don't know that we've ever really spoken face to face. My name is Rona, and you're Gariel, right?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. I believe that we are trying to meet up with students of Leosin.
Oh, all right. Leosin has left. He left uh, late 2 nights ago. And if his disciples are here, they're probably here to escort Thoroughly to the south.
Well, we did speak to them, but they didn't seem to know who we were. So I'm not sure if you have to give them the go ahead or what needs to
I'm sure
happen.
Leosin has a plan, and they'll be informed in due time.
How much time has elapsed in this conversation?
Maybe 5 minutes.
Okay,
Not
because
much time.
you know,
2 hours.
I'm double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute. Okay, so after
per
3
spell.
minutes, no, it's per spell level apparently. So
Ah.
after 3 minutes, I would have joined this conversation.
Can I insight check her when she says that Leosin has a plan and all that jazz?
Yeah.
And what do you mean by escort me?
Well, and she kind of looks that Rona's there. She looks at you, says, "You've never had a conversation with this person. You're not sure what you're looking at."
Right.
She thoroughly and says, the as you know, you've been requested to carry some business out down south, and I secured you and your party safe and speedy passage. The monks do not are not part of this business. They just happen to be the way to take them, which is why Leosin has probably not given many details yet.
Can I insight check her? Because I'm a little put off by the phrasing that they're to escort me there. To me,
Okay,
that's
go
more
ahead.
like I don't have a choice in the matter.
Go ahead.
Come on.
I
Not very
mean,
good. +7.
you know the following things. She helped you revive your friend.
Yep.
She doesn't ask you for much, but you also know that she is an agent. Like you thoroughly know she's an agent
Mhm.
for a network that you have not heard of, but she seems to be a good person. However, you are not even sure what sort of organization you've become attached to, but you suddenly have the realization that there are going to be some things that are more demands because of this choice you made, then
We'll see how those go.
yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
She looks at from Thoroughly to Rona and says to you quietly, is she trustworthy with a secret?
Very much so. And I'm going to make sure I say that loud enough that Rona can hear what I say at least.
Then follow me. She guides you to the back room. Like kind of keeps an eye out at this like sobbing parishioner who seems to be kind of down on his luck. But Sister Gariel's like done with listening.
Damn it, I didn't prepare calm emotions and I was thinking about it.
And she says, Leosin thinks that there's a town in the south that's in grave danger. He would not tell me much more, but this is the business that I'm requesting that you do to help protect this town. And the reason why I asked for you specifically to do it is because I understand you're from there. And I thought you may have some have some sort of desire to keep it safe. Maybe even have some loved ones. He wouldn't tell me much, but it probably has something to do with dragons because he loves dragons. But something much bigger than all of us is happening. I don't know if you've noticed, but there's been a lot of more dragon activity lately.
Well, we'll see what we decide to do. I'm not exactly loved there.
You feel your tattoo burning. Though really, sometimes we've already made our choices. So now I have some business to attend to. She grabs a bottle. It smells like booze to both of you. You're familiar with booze. And brings it out to the parishioner.
Rona's gonna look at Thread and say,
So we're in the back room right now, correct?
Yeah, but she's like escorting you out.
"Oh, we're following
Okay.
her."
Yeah.
Rona says
She
nothing.
just went up and left. I'm looking.
It's too bad we didn't take Dundee.
Right now, I'm stalking the monks. I'm trying to figure out what they do.
Okay.
I am gonna
Yeah,
give myself blessing of the trickster, and while we're following her out, try to stealth away.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see Thoroughly break off from me and try and catch her attention as we're walking. Like,
all right.
Fuck.
Roll. I mean, see. Let's see. You're at disadvantage. Is that correct?
No, I'm at advantage.
Oh, you're
because
at
I
advantage,
gave
okay.
myself blessing of the trickster.
Okay.
Like,
So-
does it appear that she notices that I'm like a little bit off to the side?
No, she
Nope.
doesn't notice.
Then I'm gonna double back.
Okay.
And I want to investigate and see if I can find anything in that back room.
All right. The door is locked.
She managed to lock it on the way out.
Yeah.
Me behind her?
Kick it in.
She pushed you forward and closed the door and it locked.
Well, then I'm going to just basically head back
Okay.
and beside Rona and just leave.
All right. Dandy, roll a perception check.
All right.
All right.
Do I see anything suspect?
The monks are acting exactly as I described them before. Like one is singing. They're pretty much like, more of them are meditating now. But they're pretty much like as they were before.
Okay. Nothing too weird. Not seeing any strange praying or any. How about any dragon related stuff? Do I hear any Tiamat talk or
No,
other than their dragon killer leader?
it's all pretty much like meditation and like kind of basic like believe in thyself, like kind of you might see there's like absolutely other than the song about Leosin slaying the dragon, there's no other talk of dragon.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go seek out Zag,
All right.
wherever he's at.
And he's at Ader Alderleaf Farm. He
All
left
right.
a note.
Okay, I'll go find him. I gotta talk to him. Zag. I saw something a little strange. You're a worldly druid, right?
As worldly as one can get at the moment.
You know a lot about animals, right?
Less than I'd like, but a decent amount.
Do horses eat meat?
Should I roll nature for that?
You would know this.
Oh no.
I would
I love how
say-
you said that too.
Zach, do horses eat meat?
Oats.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff in this world. I don't know every horse that exists. I'm sure maybe some of them eat meat.
Yeah. I mean, I was actually thinking the D&D world there might be a horse that eats meat, but Zag will say, no, mostly horses generally eat oats, grains, grass, and similar foods.
Okay, well those monks horses that they rode in on were chowing down on some meats. I was a little suspect, so I watched them for a little while. I don't think they saw me, but their horses were weird. They were chowing down on some meat.
That's pretty weird.
Because I remember I tried to give you some oats and you were all into it.
Yeah, I was real hungry. I get what would I do here? Would I just roll? Would I roll? Should I roll nature for that, or would I assume that there's something else defined or transformed into horses for like a disguise?
You just be like, that is not normal. Like, oh, no horse would eat meat.
That doesn't make any
you're-
sense. No horse would eat meat. That's very strange.
I don't know what to make of this at all.
Yeah.
It makes me suspicious of them, but
It's certainly something to look out for, especially if we're supposed to travel with them. Maybe later on during the day I can get closer and ask them about it, or investigate myself.
can't you? I don't know much about your ways, but can't you talk to the horses?
I can, but I don't know if I prepared that spell today. But it would require a lot of meditation to do that.
Oh, okay, all right. Maybe you can just give them a veterinary pat down or something and tell me if they're really a horse.
I could conjure some extra horses and see if they engage in conversation. I don't know. We'll see.
We could get Rona in on this. She likes a good horse, I
Oh,
think.
that's very true.
Halleck can speak with animals, I think I've heard.
Oh yeah, hey, look, we get a lot of people that. Why? Well, Zag, you were an excellent source of information, but I should have got everybody together for this. Okay, I will. I suggest we meet up and we talk about this a little bit. Where did everybody else get off to?
I'm not sure, but
I
I'll
agree.
be here for another hour or two, and I'll meet up with you back at the inn or somewhere nearby.
Okay. All right. The inn seems like a good place.
Excellent. I'll see you all there.
Yeah, that's where Thrilly would be headed back to.
All right. I'm gonna assume that it's been about you only have like an hour or so left on your spell by the time you all meet up again. Yeah. And the pub is normal, not very loud or anything.
Any strange customers in there today?
No, it's just like there's like a regular that you've never talked to who always sits at the end of the bar. He's like a miner with a hat. Maybe you talked to him once. Who's always there. Pretty normal looking dude. Elsa's there.
I scold Elsa for serving a miner.
She rolls her eyes and says, Children should have a beer in the morning. It makes them grow better."
Oh, I had not heard that. You should have talked to my my dwarven upbringer, my foster home. They would have. Maybe I'd be a bit taller.
That's my problem.
Okay. Nobody who looks like a horse expert around here. No stable hands around. I gotta get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, there's like a stable close by. We'll say like probably next to the miners' exchange, like over here. There's a stable with horses that you can rent at any time.
Is there? Okay. Okay. So maybe.
That you've heard about, that you know about. I should have mentioned earlier, but you never needed it.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm gonna slink over there. You know what? I'm going over there. Is there a stable boy shoveling hay or something?
Yeah, there's a young, maybe like 8 or 9-year-old blonde kid just shoveling away horse
All right.
poop.
I'm gonna stealth up to him and I'm gonna appear right at like the side of the fence that he's next to. I'm gonna say, "Hey kid, how'd you like to make a?"
Roll-
Oh, stealth? Okay, sure.
yeah, roll
Thought I could
stealth.
sneak up on a stable boy. Come on.
Well, you said you wanted to sneak up on him. We'll see if you scare him. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna scare him. All right.
He has heart failure and dies.
Yeah, he immediately dies. He turns and looks for like this disembodied voice. He's like,
And I look at him and I look around dodgily and say, "What do you know about horses?"
I know a little bit about horses. I mean, I'm not an expert. I just clean up after them. I know that they make a lot of poop.
Yes. So let me ask you. You've been around them a lot. You've seen at least their leavings or not. And I kind of pull out and kind of dance a gold coin across my fingers. And how'd you like to make a little coin for your knowledge?
Okay.
Now, think real hard because this is important. Have you ever heard of a horse that ate meat?
Why? No. Why would a horse eat meat? Is this a trick question? My brain hurts.
I slapped the gold coin in his hand and I said, Your expertise is very much appreciated. I'm sorry for having scared you earlier."
Can I ask you a question about your knowledge?
Sure.
You talk like an adult, but you're my size. Did your
This-
parents not give you enough beer?
Yeah, this is what happens when you don't drink enough beer in the morning.
Oh, my sister makes sure I drink plenty of beer. Don't worry.
You might want to double up. Maybe 2 cups instead of 1.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. I don't really like how it tastes, but if you tell me I won't be as short as you, I'll do it.
See all this? This was from drinking milk. You don't want that. None of that.
Yeah, we don't have cows here. Milk's expensive.
And I'll say, what's that over there? And I'll point over to him, like, in the opposite direction.
Okay, he looks over.
Try it stealthily. Try to back it in.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and then you watch as he turns back and says, ah! Be magic.
And then I'll go back to the inn with a complete waste of time and 1 gold less. All right. But I made that kid's day, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
A lot
But
more than his
ruined his
day.
life.
Yeah, that was a gold piece. That was crazy. He's rich.
Made his day, ruined his life with his future alcoholism.
His brain development's in the can, but he's got a fucking gold piece.
He's gonna show up plastered every day to work.
Zag, as you're meditating and maybe like as you're packing up to leave, Quaileen exits the house and kind of rushes over to you and says, Zag, the half-orc tribe is going to be here within a few hours. Make sure you let your friend know.
Awesome, excellent. Are they coming from the north? Do you think we should go meet them, or would it be better to wait here?
Who knows where they're coming from? I mean, they came from the north originally, but they're not taking the main roads. So they know to meet in the biggest farm. Thanks to your plant growth, it's still mine. But you know, I'll send word if you don't come meet. I'll when they arrive.
Excellent. Well, I'll probably bring the rest of the group here to wait for them, or we'll check around town to make sure they don't come in the wrong way.
They'll be coming in from like the forest area. They're 40 half orcs,
They
They
understand
know to stay off
discretion.
the road.
All right, I will go. I'll say hi to Dad. Hey, Dad. See you later, Dad. And then I'll head back to. I'll go to the inn.
Yeah, he gives you a firm, like, stoic touch of the shoulder and says, "You done good, kid." It's almost like
Thanks,
you're
Dad.
almost beyond my teachings soon. I'm very proud of how you're using your skills. Except for that horse thing. That was weird.
I don't understand why that's weird, but I have friends now, Dad, and that's pretty important to me. And I'll walk off.
He shrugs and he's like a single tear. He's like,
My boy.
the best.
My boy.
You're my boy.
Like my boy Blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zach wouldn't be that upbeat about it. He'd be like, I'm glad to have helped my friends using my powers rather than just for my own gain. And that's what I'll say. That's canon right there.
Okay.
In the notes that Zag left for us, did you mention like what time you'd be back?
Yeah, 2:00ish, or like
Okay.
midday, around lunch.
Okay. Thurley's in the inn, just kind of watching the door.
Okay.
Pelic is in the inn, stress eating. Just I have like a pile of plates next to me, tapping the bar and biting my fingernails and.
I'm almost looking equally as stressed out, and I got my hands on my head, and I was just sitting in the corner. And just horses and meat. That just doesn't add up.
Doesn't make sense.
None of this makes any sense.
I go over and ask Dandy what's wrong.
Well, I saw some strange things over at those monks. I mean, nothing too crazy compared to what we have seen, but I just saw they had some horses that were eating meats. It was very strange. Have you ever heard of anything like this?
No, not personally. Unless I should do a history check, Christine.
No.
No, I've never heard. No,
We have to get to the bottom of this right now. That's
that
what I
seems
think.
wrong. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Wait,
least it'll give me something to do in the
Could this-
meantime.
could this mean that they are bad people? Is that possible?
It could. I mean, I went and like greeted them first thing early this morning just to kind of check on their camp and see if anything was awry, and I came back with nothing strange, but of course, but I didn't take too close of a look at their horses, so
They didn't. The group didn't seem to be doing anything weird. It was
just weird
Mm-hmm.
carnivorous horses.
Right.
So at this point, Zach will bust the door down. No, hello.
Okay. When he does that, Thrilly's going to cast Thaumaturgy to create tremors in the earth. I kind of want to cast it 3 times just sequentially to get the 3 aspects that I want.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
And then all the candles and all the lights in the room are going to go from like the yellow to like a purple. And then just in a booming voice, I'm going to go, "He comes!"
Kill him, he's possessed. No, I'm just kidding.
Who is that?
I panic and I cast web on the room. No. I guess I'll glance around confused. So it's shake, tremors, increased voice, and the lights go out.
No,
Or
the
lights
lights
change color.
become purple. So like all the lamps and all like the candles and everything are now purple.
Yeah, I don't know that I know you can do this.
What is going on?
Yeah.
Would Rona
Yeah, what-
know
yeah.
anything? Yeah, would we know?
So
what's
he like
going on?
crouches down in like a combat stance a little bit. His staff's up. He like reaches back for his shield. He's like, "What is happening? What's happening? What did I miss?"
Yeah, Rona's gonna pull out her axe and stand up and look around.
Did I see Thoroughly doing this?
Well, he had to say something, so
Right.
It's
you
just
definitely
verbal.
heard him. Yeah.
Just verbal.
It is my voice that's booming.
Oh,
Right.
well then.
Who comes?
Would-
Who comes, Thrilly? Who?
I kind of want to make an intelligence check to see if Rona would know that.
You
If it
hear
was
it like,
coming.
yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Because I know, but I don't know if she would know.
I run over to Zag and say, and shake his shoulder and say, "We gotta get out of here, man."
We gotta go. Everybody out! Everybody outside, quick!
Oh God,
great.
yeah, you don't know it, sir. Mr. Stonehill
How long does
Yells.
this last?
1 minute. He goes, "Stop doing this right now. Like, this is not okay. This is a place of business." As like stuff starts shaking and like falling off the walls, Elsa is screaming bloody murder, just like,
I've got my knife out and I'm looking for the mage that's I'm certain is
Yes,
going to
yeah,
appear at any
exactly.
second.
Thrilly's just kind of sitting back, like leaning the chair back on its 2 hind legs, just laughing.
Stop being so casual, Thoroughly.
Who comes? Who comes? Who's
You
here?
hear the cries of Pip, the child.
Oh God.
You,
Oh, no.
And Trilena saying, "It's okay. Like she's running down, holding him. Like
These people literally just suffered an attack from
Oh my god.
Dragon Kid, and you're fucking okay. We're ready. I'm ready for an attack. Thrilly, who's coming? Who's coming? What's happening?
Everybody stand
You
fast. They're coming in
are-
fast and hot.
I'm here. Who? But why? What is happening?
Nothing?
what's Halik doing?"
Helig is trying to calm Bonchan down. His Bonchan is just like running in circles and barking in the air. I'm like, chill out. It's just Thoroughly
I
again.
think it's probably dropped by now.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
It's about this time it drops, and make a charisma save. No, I'm just kidding. Trilena shoots you a look of daggers, and
I don't have a hat, but I pretend to just tip it to her.
And the innkeeper approaches you and says, "If something like this happens again, you and your party will no longer be welcome here, and Halia will be informed."
That
Alright.
escalated quickly.
Thoroughly, this isn't funny. This is our livelihood, and we just had an attack recently. And you've scared my child. He's crying, and Trilena is also, and that just simply isn't acceptable. And this is not me as a DM saying like a regular NPC reaction.
Yeah.
I'm not holding you.
Zach's like breathing heavily, like he meditated for 8 hours, came right back here. He's like, ugh, so much stress. So we figured out it was Thrilly. So I'll put my.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity for the duplicity to put myself behind it and try to throw my voice. This better?
Behind me?
No, behind the innkeeper.
Oh.
He says, "You and your party are no longer welcome here. Get out."
Do I hear this? Am I hearing this whole thing?
Yeah.
Wait, is that you? All right. What's the innkeeper's name? I forget.
Toblin?
Oh yeah, Toblin.
Toblin? Toblin, can I have a moment with my party member? I mean, let's not be so hasty. We did just save the town, I don't know, 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
He looks at his wife and child who failed their intelligence checks. And
The invoked duplicity would be different. I just want to have them both wave at them.
he's and he just says, "All right, I'll give you a moment. It's nothing personal. It's just a very tense time right now."
No, I understand. I think he's just blown off a little steam. Honestly, he's been a little weird since we took care of a dragon. I'll go talk to him. Thank you so much, you're a gem. And I'm going to hand him 5 gold and walk over to Thrilly. What are you doing?
Having fun?
All right, we'll wait till we're somewhere that doesn't,
Sig,
care
go
if we
ahead.
do it.
Go have fun in the woods.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'll walk over to him and I'll say, playing tricks on us is one thing. Others don't know you as well.
Uh,
I don't think he cares.
no, I don't think he cares.
Zach would say anyway.
No, it's true. Can't you just wait? We're like right on the precipice. Halix family's coming, and if they're mad at us, they're gonna take it out on his family.
They should be able to tell the difference between a dwarf and a half-orc.
One would think, but I'm not so sure that they're super hepped on it to begin with. So maybe we could just have a light touch for now.
Let's just play it cool for the next, I don't know, 6 hours.
6 hours.
Can we agree to that? We had some fun. I jumped in on it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just.
Blow the whole town up. We'll leave. I don't care, but just kidding. Just keep it under control until we leave. You can play as many jokes on us as you want.
And at that, I'll say, that's right, half-orcs. I'll turn to Halek. When I was at the farm helping out there, Quaileen mentioned that they'll be here. How long did you say? Within the next couple hours?
Yeah.
That your family will be here within the next couple hours. She didn't know exactly where they're going to be coming from, but most likely out of a forest, so we should keep our eyes peeled. They'll be meeting at Quaileen's farm, so...
Right. Oh my God. Well, thank you for this good news. This is amazing. I don't even know where to put myself. I don't know where to stand. Should I stand by the woods? Should I stand at the top of the trail? No, there's no way they would come into the trail.
I used the cantrip resistance to give him to add a 1d4 to the saving throw of Constitution to maintain yourself.
Let's do that.
So I cast resistance on you.
Zeg, you told me to go play tricks in the woods. They're coming out of the woods.
I said nothing of the sort about the woods. You
might want to go clarify that with people, because I'm just going to stay right here.
23.
Nice.
All right. Okay. I'm going to think about this critically. I think that they would be coming from the woods, so it's probably a good idea to just hang out at Alderleaf Farm. They'll find their way there, and hopefully if they come into town somewhere else, somebody will run up and tell me. Everybody knows that I'm waiting for them. Everything's going to be fine.
I agree. And I'll turn to
Thank
Dan-
you for the news. I'm more excited than nervous.
Of
now.
course. And I'll turn to Dandy and I'll say, I have somewhat of a plan to deal with your horse problem. Halek will also need your help as well.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
think it's my horse problem. I think it's everyone's
Our,
horse
It's
problem.
yes,
really.
our,
Horse problem.
our horse problem. And I'll grab I guess I probably still have it like the sling of apples that I have from the orchard after I
Yeah.
pumped it up, and I'll say, let's go feed some horses.
There's more horses?
Yes. The monks actually have some horses. Dandy
Ooh.
noticed that they were quite interesting, so we're going to go check that out.
Yeah, I have a pretty good relationship with Nassim so far. He seems to have taken to me a little bit. So let's go. I'll talk to Nassim. Ask if we can feed the horses, and then maybe we can see if they'll eat the apple in the first
That was
place.
my
And maybe
thought.
I've got
Yeah.
the perfect plan. We'll have one normal apple and then one stuffed with meat.
That
You're
sounds-
gonna feed a horse with meat?
Well,
Right.
it was chowing that. Well, I don't know if the horse was willingly doing it, but they were feeding it meat before. And
What?
it's been
Was it-
vexing me. It's been vexing. You're a horse person, Rhoda.
Okay.
Not a centaur,
I-
of course,
It's
but
kinda
a person who enjoys horses.
Imagine
no.
Centaur thoroughly looks at Rhoda like, am I missing something?
It's reductive at best.
The best illusion ever.
It really is. Well,
Really
no,
starts
we've
walking
had...
in behind her just to make sure he can go through the space.
Really, stop it. We had horses on the farm. None of them ever ate meat. It would make them sick. Yeah, this is weird. I want to check it out with you guys.
Could you tell
Alright.
anything about the meat? Like, was it like raw meat or like what,
I don't
what
know.
exactly were they eating? Yeah.
What were they eating, DM? Could I tell?
Like just some sort of like small animal.
Ugh. Yeah,
Raw.
like us.
Yeah, raw.
Probably just raw, like definitely not cooked.
Do they
Not
have
a
sharp
squirrel or
teeth?
something.
All he saw was like their like noses on the ground eating, and while he was looking, he noticed that those were like it was like a bunny. And like
Oh.
there's like a little like grouse or something. Like
Okay.
So wrong.
small wildlife.
So
Were the horse? But other than that, they look like normal horses to me. They weren't like all black or anything, or like.
Mm-mm. They're all just like various looking horses, like healthy.
Yeah. So I'll propose that plan. I'll turn to Thoroughly and I'll say, how about we hold off on the tricks until we're on the road with the monks, and then we can play some tricks on them.
Speaking, are we outside yet? Like, and by ourselves?
I don't know. Are you? Are you headed over
Group,
there?
are we outside yet? Like walking on our way toward the horses?
Sure, yeah.
Or...
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So I'm going to quietly say, speaking of the monks, I believe Thoroughly has some interesting news about them. No? There's no interesting news. In fact,
Quizzical
I don't
brow
know why.
raise.
Other than the horses, I don't think there's anything interesting about these monks. I watched them for a while. They don't do much.
Well, when we went to go ask that the priestess about them, she had said that she only mentioned Thoroughly going down to the south and not leading us.
Well, we know he's from there. I'll turn to Thoroughly and stare. Not really stare, but look. So it doesn't seem that, that far removed that they would know something. Or, no, I actually would not know that. That makes no sense. I just say,
So-
we know Thoroughly's from around the south. Could that have something to do with it?
Well, Leosin said that we'd all be able to go. I just think it's weird that she only mentioned him.
Quizzical brow raise.
And I'd be like trying to put my hand over Rona's mouth.
All right, you're not very far from the camp. Again, everyone can roll perception checks.
Oh yeah. They're eating each other now. That's a 28 DM.
Ooh, Zag, damn.
Damn, why won't it
Sorry, I
open
said
the
28,
window?
but it's 27. I don't know why I said that.
You were calling that nat 20 before it came.
Yeah.
You are full of. Ooh!
Well, yeah, nice.
Damn.
Colin, that's not 20.
Nice.
I don't know why I rolled twice as an accident.
Well, I mean,
So
Wolfie
a
Bonchon.
17 is the lowest.
Yeah, damn. You guys are on high alert.
I freaked
I
him
want to
out
see
with
this.
story.
These horses are eating meat. We better be on the lookout, crew.
Yeah,
Highlight
Thurley's
here,
looking
Mom.
because he's like, Danny tried to play a trick. I thought we said no tricks. Horses.
As you get closer, you see just they're sitting there casually, fire. Some are meditating. Others are like practicing their like punching and weapon fighting, sparring with each other. You're keeping a pretty close eye on the horses, and they're just laying down. Some are standing up, dozing off. Nothing looks weird about them.
Group, do we bring any meat to test them with, or?
I thought.
I
Danny
thought,
mentioned
yeah,
having
somebody
an apple
suggested
with
stuffing an apple with meat or something similar.
I'm not sure I did that, but
Do we have any meat?
It would be a little bit too late to do that.
I mean, we have rations, field rations, I'm sure.
I could cut a little bit off that dragon scale, some flesh off that
I can
dragon scale.
Thurley
feed
pulls
it
out a
some
bunch
dragon.
of jerky.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
That'll do it.
All right.
I
As
assume
you
that's at least a ration's worth of jerky that I just.
I can
Hello?
also like find since I'm natural explorer, I can like find a bunch like food and stuff.
I wasn't planning on doing this till dinner, but I also could make a
Can I
bunch of
find-
food.
A field
Ooh,
mouse or something.
Make food?
yeah, go ahead
Yeah.
Let's shove a field mouse into the core of an apple.
Oh, that's so okay.
It's actually be like, I don't think that's necessary. We don't need to sacrifice this poor field mouse to the name of science. We have
We
jerky
send in
already.
Zag. We send in Zag as a mouse.
If they eat me and I expand, then we know something's wrong.
I've already sort of crushed the mouse to start stuffing into an
in.
apple.
No.
Oh,
It's-
Are you gonna
No.
cap it so it can't get out?
I mean, I don't want to do anything that Zag doesn't want me to do, but
It's too- yeah.
this
Well,
mouse
they
is
hear
already-
you at this point talking.
Oh,
They would you're not very far from the camp. They don't hear what you're saying, but they, as you approach, Nisim says, "Oh, hello, Halik and friends."
hello, hail and well met. We were just wondering how you guys are doing. First of all, second of all, how have you heard anything about when you'll be leaving town or anything to that extent?
We await word from Leosin.
Okay, well, other than that, you guys are doing okay. And I sort of sidle up to the like the horses.
We're doing well. The horses aren't friendly. You may want to.
Can I? I'm generally pretty good with animals. Can I roll an animal handling check at disadvantage?
Sure.
Yeah, I was approaching, and I'll do the same.
They're kind of standing like about 15 feet in front of them. They're like, the horses are strange with new people.
So we wouldn't have
It's a
gotten a
guy.
chance to approach?
You wouldn't have gotten close. You're about 15 feet from them.
Okay. Let me see
Uh,
what this can
You kind of hold the field mouse, and one chuckles. One of the other monks chuckles and says, "Hey, look at horses don't eat mice."
Oh, you're right. How silly of me. This is just a snack I had for later, and I packed it back in my pack. So we're not getting close to the horses.
I don't want to offend them, but
No, not at all. Not
But-
at all. I was
can
hoping
I
maybe-
Do monks have knowledge of the arcane?
Thrilly's gonna just like chuck a bunch of jerky at the horses.
Okay, sure. While you're distracting them, I'll sit down on the ground and sort of go into a meditation, and I'll cast Detect Magic.
All right, go ahead and well, as soon as you start meditating, one of them touches you and says, "Are you okay, Zag? Zag, you look unwell."
I'm just uneasy with the Halix tribe approaching. I want to make sure everything is going to go well.
Oh, then let us meditate over here. And he gets you in the crook of the arm and pulls you away, quite a ways away, and helps you sit down and begins watching you meditate.
I'm
And
just
giving you
chucking
tips.
the jerky.
Okay, roll a athletics versus a monk's dexterity.
No. I think I got my ogre gauntlets on. Oh,
Yeah, those
fuck.
helped.
It's funny because as you begin to throw the jerky, a hand comes up and catches it and says, "Oh, Thoroughly, you seem to be throwing this. I'm sorry. Our order are vegans. We do not eat the flesh of meat. We do not eat meat or animal products, and I'm sad to say this would attract predators to our poor horses."
And I'll hear this in my meditative state, and I'll say, Thrilly, if you're hungry, here, take one of these, and I'll toss him an apple.
I'm just chowing down on the jerky.
The monk is like, "No, Zag, can't let the outside world," and it's a very intense conversation.
Okay, so yeah, I don't even get the chance to do that.
Well, you do it, but he's like trying to help you, like.
Oh, yes, yeah,
help
of course.
You, learn to meditate.
I've
a
never
little
meditated in
more.
this way before. This is amazing.
Are there lots of people around talking to, or are there just this one guy talking sternly to Thoroughly and Zag?
There are 8 monks. One is occupied with Zag. One is talking to you guys and caught the jerky, but and 4 are meditating. The other 2 are just like keeping an eye on you, but they're not like threatening in any way.
Can I pull one of them aside and say, up in the Highlands, we have horses. They're nothing like yours. We have some ponies and long-haired kinds, but nothing like this. Where did you get them?
He says they were gifted to us from along our travels. We monks live very simple lives.
I will.
Well,
I'm sorry, go on.
oh, so I was just gonna kind of try and keep him distracted and kind of try to like pull him away so that one more of them is distracted. Maybe somebody could do something.
While trying to chuck the jerky, have I managed to maybe sneak within 10 feet of one?
Nope.
Damn
Now the other like some are coming from their meditative state, and they and like kind of have their eyes open and looking at how strange you're all acting. He says, "You never met a horse? There's
No,
horses just like this we saw them in the stables."
I want to see this one.
They do not like strangers. I'm sorry.
I asked one of the monks. So, tell me a little bit about your orgy. Do you have any rules or stipulations, like
I think you
perhaps?
said orgy.
So tell me about your orgy.
Let's talk about this orgy that's about to happen. Let's run a little game plan here.
And thinking the inn escalated quickly.
Yeah. We're gonna be
I can
traveling a
segue
lot
that.
together.
The
I figure
horse-
it'd be great to get to know each other.
Let's just start this off now.
Order.
He describes like this very simple life that they believe in. They believe in good deeds, and that they achieve enlightenment through good deeds. He names a couple places along the coast that they've been recently, and he says just basically like Leosin is a good man. We follow him and his works to the letter. You'll find like it.
Even if that involves lying to other people.
Finger guns.
You ever question?
Just a theoretical here. Just a theoretical.
I'm
Hypothetical
questioning
situation.
things helpful at times.
Dandy, it depends on the lie.
What was that?
Are you cut out? What'd you say?
Oh, he says it would depend on the lie.
It never
Right.
depends on the lie. It always depends on the person telling the truth.
He chuckles and says, "And you make a wonderful path." The
Well,
truth.
That's very kind of you, but the truth is something that's not. It's not an option. If you're a good person, then you tell the truth.
We tell the truth, our truth.
When it suits you, it seems like.
Insight
Can I
check.
insight check him?
I'm gonna do it too, if that's okay.
Oh crap!
Yeah.
do
Am I
have in the
close
bag?
enough? Am I close enough to do it, or?
What's going on with this
You're
detect magic
learning
right
to
now?
meditate.
That's true. I expect to get some good skills. No.
You're actually like he's really like, and
Oh,
from
I'm so relaxed. Oh.
yeah, he's like, okay, now breathe through your diaphragm, like take a moment, and
Ah,
all right, let's see.
sir, useless.
You've not like really met monks before, and they seem really fucking weird to you because like who talks like this?
Yeah.
And they, yeah.
Can I?
What's their leader's name?
Nisim.
Neeson and Leosin.
Liam
Yeah,
Neeson.
Neeson. I'm gonna go up to Neeson and like grab him by the shoulders and say, "Promise this won't hurt," and cast Charm Person.
Oh, I have it prepared too.
This is going so well for us. Before.
Why don't you? Could you before? Oh man, I was gonna say before we do anything drastic, just call him out on it. I love it though. I love it.
Well, to be fair, we kind of just did, and he basically told us that they lie when they need to, and they tell their own truth and all that.
Right, but if
Yeah.
Danny says like, I literally saw them eating meat, what are you talking about? Like,
That was about to be the next thing. I
Yeah,
said,
right.
but
Yeah,
no.
you didn't
was waiting for
actually say that to him. You verbal and start to move your hands, and Nisim starts to image starts to change, and then he touches you by the hand and says, "No need, thoroughly.
His
We're
image
all
starts
friends
to
here."
change.
His eyes start to glaze
oh,
over.
his
then
demeanor.
Oh,
they
I
return
gotcha.
back to like clear, and as they were before. The charm doesn't seem to be working. He just touches you and says, "No need, thoroughly. We're all friends here. We mean you no harm."
Yeah.
Well, if we're friends, then why are you lying to us right now?
I cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. What is the range on that?
Let's see.
Self and start name like mad.
No.
No, it's self.
Yeah, no, you just have to touch yourself, Halic, and
Just
then
start
Oh,
yelling
right,
out
right,
those
right.
names.
Yeah.
Um,
As I
you-
say, horses, why were you eating meat? Presumably- Presumably that sounds to others like neighing.
um, so you start like making noises at them after you do this, and the expression on the monks do not change. The one still continues to help Zag with his
Mhm.
meditation, and you don't really like. It says okay. And the animals just say, because we like it.
Because we like it. That's great.
Okay.
And-
Are you aware that other horses don't really eat meat? And have you always eaten meat? Follow-up question.
Lisa like waves his hand. He goes, "Well, it was gonna be a surprise, but," and he drops it, and you see,
Oh no.
you see 8 hippogriffs
Oh,
what?
for you,
That's dope.
and they say, "We were going to surprise you, but this is how we were going to take you to the south if you chose. There are 4 hidden in the bush."
Why would you lie?
Because someone will kill them if they see them. And one of the monks goes over and moves his hands and speaks something, and they turn back into horses before your eyes.
It was almost me about an hour ago.
Yeah.
It's to protect them. We didn't realize that you saw someone. You saw them.
Well, I heard word. It wasn't me who saw it. Word gets around town rather quickly.
Well, thank you for letting us know. We'll feed them a little bit more secretively. We don't know who we can trust in this town, and we didn't want to endanger their lives.
Well, look.
You could have just told us when we walked up.
We're gonna be your traveling companions for a little while, so we need to know that we can trust you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
They're
we
with
have
me?
trust issues.
You're with me, and it's non-questionable.
I poke the monks. Are these monks? Are these people?
We would have never come around so sneakily or deceptively. I never would have been neighing like a maniac if you hadn't been forthright with us. And
They shrug.
I understand now why you did it, but just know that you can trust us. We're friends.
I just have a quick funny question. If you cast Speak with Animals, but you speak a horse's language to a hippogriff, would they understand it?
That's a really good question. Well, I'm communicating with the beast.
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what I
dream.
figured. Yeah.
It's kind of like mental, like he kind
That's
of
what I
found
thought.
it.
I just thought that would be
yeah.
really funny. Like,
To others, it probably sounded like whatever noise a hippogriff
okay,
makes.
okay.
Is what I would guess.
That's great.
That would have really thrown us off then when he doesn't
Yeah.
neigh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He nods and says, "We will take that into consideration. We did not lie to you about anything but this." And the
Insight
fact-
Can I insight check that?
Go ahead. Man, y'all got trust issues.
We really do.
I wonder what might have
25.
caused those.
Zag and thoroughly. So it is the exact same tone and the exact same way he said it before.
So he could lie to us no matter what. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I mean, like, he's very like stoic, and he
So I would say it's different than when he told us that these are horses.
yes, it's a
Okay.
little bit. It's
All right,
like,
gotcha.
your
Okay, so now we can put,
meditation-
he lied there, and it was different,
Gotcha,
so
yes,
probably
that
not
makes
lying
sense.
now.
a little bit. Yeah, they're. I mean, monks. I don't know.
Cool.
Maybe
feel
a
like
slightly
they're
below intelligence might not have pieced that together, but
Yeah, you're really like staring at him, and really like the tell is that they just like well enough that these hippogriffs could in fact have been killed if they just strolled up into town with them.
Because
And
they're
it's
like
like-
carnivorous, right? They like
yeah,
That all makes sense.
and they're considered monstrosities. They're
Okay.
not, like, the fact that they're tamed is like a pretty big deal.
So yeah, I'll
Now-
turn to Thoroughly real quick and say, see why we don't like tricks all the time?
Hmm.
And
no one got hurt.
This one wasn't that funny. I didn't think this one. The one. A couple of yours have been pretty good. Though.
yeah.
I'm gonna pull. I just about use these, and these might come in handy. I've had them for a long time.
What are they? What were they?
We currently have that I have on my person a scroll of charm person, a scroll of revivify, and a scroll of misty step. I'm like, these could come in handy. I just about used them.
Hmm.
Okay.
You give them to them?
No,
Oh, I was like, what are you doing with them?
I'm showing Zag that I just about used these.
Okay.
I ask if can I pet the hippogriffs now. Now that we know that they're hippogriffs, was the fact that they don't like new people, was that a lie, or was that just to keep us away from them?
Well, the way to get them
Yeah.
not to attack
You
you
have to
is
bow.
yeah.
Right?
You have to bow. I think so. I mean, that's Harry Potter.
I was thinking it too.
Yeah. Like he gives you some, like he kind of goes off and comes back with like a lot of like a line of squirrels and hands you a couple and says,
Okay.
just don't look them in the eyes at first. Give them a little scratch when they bend down to eat this out of your hand.
Okay. I want to go to the friendliest looking one and pull out my field mouse that I worked really hard to find. And I want to see if I can just casually make brief friends with this animal, not like forever friends necessarily. Just like, can
They
I?
all come. They all
Animal
start
handle?
to kind of like most of them are snoozing. They're pretty well trained, but one of them, kind of perks up and is like very like cautiously takes the mouse from you
Mhm.
and then bends down so you can like scritch it behind the ears.
Oh, I scritch it for sure.
um yeah,
Cool.
it's kind of
I'm
friendly
the
and
master of the beasts.
Master of scritches.
But they're still
Okay.
tied up and kind of like they look like horses now. And, but you could feel like the feathers instead of the like the soft fur of a horse.
Yeah. Well, since I still have speak with animals, I imagine I tell him that like, hey, buddy, like, there's a good chance we're all gonna be traveling together, and we like you and your friends, and we're not gonna try and hurt you or nothing. So, I hope I see you again soon.
He says, "Bring more field mice."
I
Squirrels.
knew you would like those field mice.
And we will be friends. Yeah. Yeah, and Zach, you actually feel pretty great about this meditation. And he even teaches you a little new cantrip called Ice Blade or whatever the one you let.
Frostbite,
do.
yay!
Frostbite.
Oh, yay.
So out of character, I hate poison spray, and I think Zag would really want to get rid of it. So we just, I asked Christine, and that was the role play for it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he says, like, let me teach you how to be icy exterior and
You
scare
gotta learn to be
people.
more cool, man.
Yeah. All right, let's take a mini break. And yeah, we'll be back.
Okie doke.
We'll be back, everyone. All right. Your audio is now live.
Good. Welcome back. All right, so you guys have discovered that these monks, they're still like not entire, like they were just told to bring these hippogriffs, and they're disguised as horses. They still are not. They don't know what they're doing or when they're leaving. They just said that Leosin will tell them. They are not lying about that with that insight check.
That's a dope insight check.
Yeah, it was a good insight check, but like, they don't know. The only thing they really lied about were the fact that those weren't horses.
Christine was wanting to surprise us with that. They're hippogriffs, guys. We're like, no, what them? This is weird, guys. What's going on?
I mean, you guys caught that one of them was beat, so not that much of a surprise. It still is, I think. I don't know.
So
Okay.
we slum it up with the monks for a little bit, and then we meet the fam.
All right.
I'm just saying that. I don't know what do you guys want to do?
Yeah, I
that
want
sounds
to
good.
head back to Alderleaf when I can, because like that's where I'm sort of expecting to run into my family.
Yep, that is what Quaylene said. I will have communicated that.
All right.
I will follow along.
I'll thank my monk friend for his knowledge, and I will head on out as well.
I will also give an inspiring speech to everybody since they are present and accounted for, and give you guys all your temporary 7 hit points. if you don't have them.
Love it.
Guys, we work really well as a team. I'm really feeling it. That was a great job with the hippogriffs.
Thanks, Rona.
Would Dandy like to do anything?
No, I'm good. I think I'm all right.
All right. Okay. So, you guys make your way to Alderleaf Farm. Quilleen is dressed in her best, which is just like leather hide dress. Her son and even the 2 kids that you rescued, who I had to look up their names because I forgot them.
Oh
So
no.
bad. Are all dressed in like very druid-like, where if it was like a fancy ball, there would be a dress, but these are just like, they look like animal rags or something. And your father's there, and he puts his arm around you because he's excited to see you. Redoff has left to do his Redoff thing.
Mhm.
And you're there for about like an hour or 2. You're entertained by the children and whatnot, and you hear a horn kind of sound in the distance. Halik instantly recognizes it as like the call of his group.
Ooh, I should definitely be able to hear what direction it's coming from, right?
Yeah, it's coming from like way off the map. Like they're about to come, like maybe. Wait, let me see. I'm not even on the map. Probably from way out east, like this
Okay.
way. And yeah. And you guys stand kind of at the edge of the farm, like looking for them. You stand for about like, I mean, the horn has been sounded in maybe a good 45 minutes. You're starting to wonder, like, what the hell happened?
It's been 45 minutes since the horn?
Yeah, but it was like kind of like a faraway horn.
Okay.
And like you're waiting nervously, and one by one, faces appear from the trees.
I run to the tree line.
Aw, and you see your nephews and your nieces first, and they all clamor up you and scream with delight. You see like you're missing a couple people. You don't see like your aunt and your older cousin, but then you see like a very familiar face is your daughter. She immediately screams in delight and climbs up and gives you a big hug around the neck. And she says, "Dad, I miss you. I missed you. Are you home for good? Is this our new home?"
Oh my god, I missed you guys so much. We'll talk about our situation in a little bit. I'm just so happy to see you. This is Phandalin. This is the Aldalise. These are my new friends. Zag, Jandy, Thrilly, and Rona.
Hello.
These are the, is everybody okay? What happened? Well, I'm just talking to my daughter, I guess, right?
Yeah, she's like very alarmed.
I just squeeze her and and we start sort of wrestling around as half orcs do, I imagine. That's like how I'm greeting all of them, is just sort of tumbling about.
Yeah, there's no hugs, but there's a lot of hitting each other.
Yeah,
very
Hard shoulder
forcefully.
punches,
Yeah.
They are not they do not make eye contact with the other members of the party yet. They're not. They're keeping their eyes away and kind of away from them to make sure they know that they're not a threat.
Right.
Thurley just comes up and starts beating on one of the probably a teenage or younger half-orc, your cousin, I don't know, Bibic, and he he returns with the immediate kinship
Yeah.
with Bibic.
Okay, good.
And just you stand for another 10 minutes just seeing the wave of people, and finally Kinga appears.
Mhm.
She's limping badly, and she's carrying your son, injured as well. And
They're both injured?
Mhm.
Recently injured or sort of permanently injured?
Well, they're all looking around. You're just taking this all in at
Right,
first.
right,
But
yeah.
they immediately approach you and give you hugs and just, or I guess beatings.
But yeah, I mean,
And she's growls at you with happiness.
yeah,
That's how they act.
yeah. That's how I'm imagining it.
Yeah. And she just lower. They all stand in a long group of these 40 various sizes
Yeah.
of half orc. One full orc, your Uncle Carmen,
Mhm.
is there. He's he immediately charges all of you and goes, "Ah! I'll kill you all!" Starts laughing hysterically, falls on the ground, laughing at his own joke. And and as you're surveying, you're missing a few family members. About
Would Haluk have warned us about the full orc uncle?
I
He
I
said it a
mentioned
bunch
it.
of times.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, he did mention
Good.
So about how many? Say my original clan was 40. Let's call it 40. How many are left approximately?
35.
Okay, so
35-ish,
we had a couple casualties, and
and maybe 10 of the others are nursing
pretty
serious injuries.
okay.
And no one after this travel, they've been traveling for weeks, is what Kinga tells. She says, "Hey, we've been traveling for a couple weeks. We had to run. Considering that they have had to travel through the forest and travel with 40 people,
Yeah.
they look pretty beat up, and not very well rested. And she kind of says and we're not going to be doing, we just need to rest. Our homeland's gone."
Sure. Look, you guys are very, very tired. Let's get you a little bit of rest. We'll set up some camp back here in the farm. And I want you guys to sleep, and we'll talk about it when you wake up.
Here, let's just rest, stand by the fire, and talk
Yeah, that sounds good.
for some chickens.
So I want to cast. So like, what I want to ask immediately is to Kinga and my son. What's wrong? Like, why are you like what? You're hurt. What happened?
The bone, this new orc tribe up in the north came and attacked us, trying to claim our land on behalf of the hill giants. They pushed and they took 3 of us. She names one of your aunts, 2 of your cousins. Our oh my god, really? Our home crushed on top of him, and she lays out your son, and you can see his arm is badly injured and his leg on his left side, and it's just and we were the lucky ones. We lost 2 more on our way here
On the in the travels.
to the beasts. Your great uncle and another older family friend.
Well, things are changing, and I know that this is very scary, but this is the nature of life is the change, and I believe that we've found a better place in Phandalin and its surrounding areas, and I don't think we'll have to worry about giants or orcs anymore, aside from Uncle Carmen. And I mean, I'm saying this all this calmly right now, but like there starts to be like a little like anger sort of grow in me, and I'm like I start thinking about that the orc tribe and the hill giants, and I'm like, why did I leave? Why wasn't I there to protect everyone? I say, who was it? Who exactly was who was leading them?
The giants we've always had issues with. You have they finally got a stronghold and pushed us out by force. Other half-orc tribes around are no more. We were the lucky ones.
Well, one of these days I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna avenge all of this. Not today, but soon.
And Kinga looks a little bit upset with you and says, "You did leave us when we needed you. You could have prevented this."
I know, and I'll never live that down as long as I live. I was looking for something better, and I think I found it, but at what cost? I don't know. And I'm forever sorry.
She narrows her eyes, and though she was like slightly relieved to see you, she's a half-orc, angry woman. And she nods and says, you found us a safe haven for now. I guess we all have our...
I cast Cure Wounds on my son.
All right.
And then again on Kinga. That's
Except, but it looks like this wound on your son might be extensive, and
Like how bad do they both still look?
she's looks like she can walk. She has like some bruising and skin's like bleeding, but with the cure wounds it starts to heal. He looks like there's like his arm is like mangled.
Like, do I think it's soon enough that anything I do on top of this will do anything, or is this going to take some time?
It will definitely take some time. It happened about 2 weeks ago, maybe
Yeah.
longer.
And I feel
and-
like I probably couldn't call on Timora like Pike does to get the healing, unfortunately.
Yeah, she would, even if you were on the best terms with her, it would be tough.
Yeah, no, it's not the
Right.
right. I'm not the right type of cleric for that.
I say, Kingo, well, the good news is that there's some respite to be had, here on the farm. You'll be taken care of,
She nods
and we can all recover together.
and she growls. She snarls. Hey, look, the strangest thing was it was a blue dragon that took the two down.
And on the way here, it was a dragon.
We met a dragon. It was hunting us. It took them. I should have looked up names. Took Al.
Okay, there's 40.
I've never seen so many dragons.
Yeah, we've been seeing dragons here too. We actually just slayed a dragon. Myself and my friends here.
Oh, these are friends.
These are friends. Yeah.
You didn't introduce them.
I mean, I am like,
there's no way. Yeah.
I am not even thinking about that. I'm seeing my hurt wife and child, and
These are friends.
and I'm just overcome with guilt. Yes, these people have helped. We've all together. We've made Phandalin, this town that you're in, a safe place to be, and we've carved out a spot for you to live in the way of Echo Cave for now, at least. But these are technicalities. I'm sorry for getting into this right now, but
well, hail and well met.
yeah, these are my friends. Long story short.
I'll be handing out the berries to those that look, one to everybody, and then those who look worse will get more.
Yeah. They accept them gladly. Your Uncle Carmen, the orc, grabs a bunch out of your hand, shoves them in his mouth, and tells you a story about the time he tricked a goblin into eating baby orc poop, thinking it was a potion of healing. He laughs heartily. He's like it's like a very inappropriate time, and he's telling horrific stories, laughing at his own jokes. He's a pretty civilized orc, sort of. There's like as you sit there longer, and especially as you are handing out the good berries, the mood lightens slowly. You do get the feeling that these half orcs, have been traveling for a long time and under very grave circumstances. So they're not as friendly as they could be, or as you anticipated, like Halic. But little bits of like the children start to become less sad, less weighed down, and watch as they start playing like much like Halic. They're wrestling. The ones who are well enough, they're throwing mud pies at each other, hitting adults.
I send Banchan in to play with them.
Oh yeah, and they have like various animals with them, like a couple like a tame brown bear and a couple badgers, and like various wild animals respond to them at least.
Okay, well. mm, I'm glad to have them all here. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't know what to do now.
That's heavy. That's heavy stuff. So
yeah, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got right now.
so we've arranged for them to have a place to stay, right? We don't need to like build them shelter or anything.
Yeah, I think we probably already did all that. Like, and they're also like they're comfortable being outside. It's not like
perfect.
yeah. We don't really live in houses exactly. Like staying at the inn for me is like really fucking weird. But yeah, like I assume that I like while I was like worrying about, I made like some tents and like pre-built some fires and did as much as I could to make them as comfortable as possible.
Yeah. Eventually, one of your uncles brings out like a makeshift flute, and like songs start
Oh
to
boy.
be played. Not Carmen. Songs
Yeah.
of rest and relaxation, and everyone. And King is real pissed at you.
Yeah,
just
I'm wondering how I'm gonna break it to her that I have to also leave.
Yeah,
in, like,
I was
a
like, oh
day.
wow, that's tough.
But you know she is. But everyone else is like slowly relaxing, and more of their personality starting to show now. They all greet you, each of you. Probably slap you on the back a little too hard, except for Rona, who probably slaps them back as hard.
Oh yeah. Also, my water skin filled with fire water. I pass that around. And have everybody take like a nice little lid off.
Yeah, it's about like 3 hours and probably around 8 or 9 when you guys hear footsteps down the path. You look up and see a large number of the town coming. They have baskets of fruit and
Oh, thank God.
meat. And they're led by the new town master, Thea Goodwin, who you remember as Helia's first secretary.
Yeah, I caught
Yeah.
that shit.
She actually looks very confident as she greets each one, learns their name, and you all see Helia like leaning by the house and just with a like very very small smile. You see the Elsa and the Stonehill family come, and they're wheeling a huge barrel of fire water. And
I hold them off on that. I say you might want to wait, like maybe bring out a firkin at a time rather than the whole barrel all at once.
And there's like beer and music starts playing, and Thea Goodwin stands up on a little makeshift podium and says, "I want to make a toast to the heroes saved Phandalin from the Red Brands, to Zag, to Dandy, Thorilli, Halic, and Rona. May the gods continue to bless us with your presence, and may you continue to protect Phandalin." And everyone cheers.
I elbow Kinga inside. I'm like, see?
She gets a couple glasses of fire water in her. She relaxes, and she kind of glares at you and says, "You know my anger doesn't leave that quickly. You did good bringing us a new home, but it'll take me some time to forgive you."
I know. I wouldn't expect anything else.
Yeah. is there anything anyone would like to do?
During the celebration, I'd like to be lecturing the kids on the importance of breakfast beer, apparently.
I will overhear that and also add in that that's a great idea.
Yes. We're heroes. We would know.
It's true.
We'd save this town.
How tall is Rona, just out of curiosity?
She's tall for a dwarf. She's 5 feet.
Okay, so Thrilly being short at 4 is going to be like helping, like, see what happened to us? Not enough. Not enough.
Zag will conjure various
Would you
animals.
Gaelic? Lots.
Yeah. Lots of beer. Lots of morning beers.
Lots and lots.
Yeah, I'll conjure a bunch of various animals for all the kids to play with. I'll do it away from
Aw.
the group to make sure I don't scare the crap out of everybody. But
You are the best, Zach.
I'll even create one horse because I know Rona loves horses.
And I'm off. Yeah, drink more beer.
And that doesn't get us kicked out of the inn, but
It's like the elderly farm. It's like a big space. Even like Toblin comes up to you and he says, "I'm sorry. It's just a lot of tension. You're welcome at our inn anytime." And the like a great night for you guys. They're celebrating the fact you saved the town, that you shooed the red brands out. No mention of Way of Echo Cave, of course.
Right.
Keep that shit
And even the
wrapped.
monks are there, not drinking, but playing music, and you hear one of them like telling this fantastic story about Leos and the Dragon Slayer again.
can I try spiking one of the monks'
Oh,
drinks on the
God.
way
Yeah.
by?
Sure.
Wait, I can. No, I don't want to do that.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So mediocre tonight.
If you had
Um,
asked Zag for some help, he may have been willing.
Yeah. You try to spike their glass, but as you do, Nisa finds his hand over.
Oh,
you
sorry,
find-
I slipped. Sorry about that.
and he looks at you and directly in the eyes, and just ever felt like this calmness flushes over you, and he says, "It's okay, Thoroughly. Just really intense and weird. I feel so good."
It is perfectly okay.
Just start drinking and continue on.
I want to talk to my son and daughter, and
Okay.
just not intensely. I just want to like tell them how proud I am of them, and I want to ask them like tell me stories about their travels from their old home to here, and like congratulate them and make them feel tough for like surviving the trip.
They are so ecstatic. It's like very non-human how you're interacting with
Yeah.
them. They're like, even though he's injured, your son is still like finding a way to like wrestle and
Yeah.
and telling tall tales about the animals they interacted with, and your son produces a baby skunk that he found. Going to name it Jeffrey, and this is his new best friend.
Oh, I love Jeffrey. Yes.
They say that the mommy was real mad. She kept growling and saying,
Yeah, she's gonna be even more mad pretty soon.
but they say that they look at the kids that Rona rescued and who are nearby and already excited to play and welcome the new half-orcs. And say, like, we think this is the best place we've lived. I
Yeah.
know we've been here, but is there a party every night? Because I can deal with a party every night. I like parties.
I think now that you guys are all here, yes, is probably the answer for a little while, at least.
Your Uncle Carmen like comes over and is like, "Yeah, we'll have a party every night. This every night." And see like a worried look cross the the town master.
So I do have to talk to Kinga before the night's over. I do have maybe like once everything has sort of settled down and the kids are maybe asleep or something. If we're at that point, I want to like tell her our plans.
Yeah. Does anyone want to do anything else?
I'm okay.
Okay.
All right. Kinga meets with you, and it's like pretty quiet. Everyone's either gone home or passed out on the elderly farm, half orc and humanoid alike. Even Sister Gariel is pretty drunk and walking back. And it's just like the perfect time for you to approach her, and she's softened a little bit. Looking in her eyes, maybe it's the fire water or just her orc self coming out, but there's still like a little bit of steam, but not much.
So yeah, well, I know that you just got here, and that we've been apart for so long. And I know that you're mad at me, but I hate to say that I have to leave Phandalin very shortly to accompany our new adventuring group on a mission.
What mission?
We have to go to the north because what's that? I thought we were going to the north. Okay, we have to go to the south because
I was gonna say, is he straight up lying to her right now,
No.
or
Oh,
was
yeah,
that
I'm sorry.
mistake?
Okay.
our dwarven cleric is in trouble. Truth is, I don't remember exactly why we're going because I fell asleep last time. That's me, Anthony, not Halleck.
Well, it seems about right, Halleck.
I know, but I can promise you that I won't be gone for very long, and that this is our new home, and I'm not leaving for good. It won't be anywhere near how long we were apart before. We've all sort of agreed that Phandalin is our home base now, and I'll let you know that I'm always out for days or weeks at a time, whether it's for foraging or hunting or scouting, but so it's going to be similar to that. But I've found a group of people that also needs my help, and they've helped me a lot, so I owe it to them.
She just takes like a stick and throws it across and says, "Well, you fulfilled your duty to our tribe, and if you have a duty to fulfill with this new group, you must do so because you're a half orc of your word. And that is why we trusted you with finding a new."
And I assure you that these allies are valuable to us as well. Like these are good people, and the town of Phandalin is good, and my serving them will only lead to good things for us collectively. I wish it didn't have to be so soon after you guys get here, because I've been a wreck without you. But
I have only one request.
yes, anything.
Find the dragon that killed two of our tribe.
That
and make
blue
him
motherfucking
pay.
dragon.
Yes.
I'm writing it real big in my book. Fine, blue dragon. My dear, I will bring you the finest, largest blue dragon scale for you to wear as a headdress.
And when you find that blue dragon, help us take down those motherfucking orcs that did this.
You got it.
She looks visibly happier. Vengeance suits her well. And she sighs and says, I think we will like it here.
I'm very, very, very happy to hear that. I stoke the fire, and then I like sort of tackle her, and we wrestle around.
Yeah, she definitely. Oh, yeah, you can wrestle in the orc place. And yeah.
It's been a long time,
Yeah, so I guess we'll cut to the morning when you guys are kind of getting up, hungover or not.
Oh, she cut out all the good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. They just wrestle. I don't see what the good stuff is.
Who won? Who won the wrestling match?
Well, obviously,
I think we both won.
Who ended up on top?
What moves did they use? Was it a half Horatio? Like, what's going on?
physically injured.
Oh yeah, that's not fair.
No, I'm sorry. That's mean. Yeah, Halek looks a lot happier in the morning.
I'm sure.
This is getting weird.
He's got a big smile plastered on his face.
Yeah. Would anyone else like to do anything? Watch a wrestling match?
Yeah.
What kind of wrestling match?
That feels a little awkward.
I would have just entertained the kids
No.
and turned into an
Come
animal
on, watch.
and stuff.
It's fun.
I'll you know what I'll do? I will do this. I will challenge Uncle Orc to an arm wrestling
Carmen.
match as
Carmen.
an ape.
Uncle Carmen, the only one that's actually based off of a family member.
Yeah.
So I will I'll transform into an ape, and I'll
Okay.
challenge him to before I transform. I'll be like, I bet you can't arm wrestle an ape, and he'll obviously, I'm assuming, be like, oh, I bet I can.
Yeah, he'll be like, yeah, let's arm wrestle.
Should I roll something for that?
I
Yeah,
can't.
go ahead and.
Sidebar, Christine, I can't believe how accurately you're depicting Uncle Carmen as an orc. It's like that is like exactly how my uncle was.
He's a very nice person, but I have already banned him from our.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It would
yes.
be a athletics check, I believe. Oh, 19.
It might be +2 then, because I didn't do proficiency. Actually, yeah, it would be +2, because athletics is +5. So it's a 21.
All right. Oopsie. Alright. Gotta look up these orc stats. Strength, okay. And plus. So he is fire water is kind of like dripping down his chin, and he goes and just as your ape form pulls it back, he flips over, and then he comes and like just starts trying to wrestle you because it's all orcs.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll mess around with him for a little bit to, not like put him in his place, but let him know that he's not necessarily the strongest one around.
Yeah, and he is also older and knows it pretty well, but he's like gets up moments later and tells an inappropriate story about
Cool.
his half-orc wife.
Nice.
And the time she got real mad at him. All right.
Did he tell you about how he injured his hip and got workman's comp for 20 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. So should we just? I assume you guys take a rest, and
I would
Yep.
like to do that. I do my good berry thing before bed as usual.
all right. You wake up in the morning.
Feeling like
And-
P Diddy. Sorry, it flowed.
I know.
Nope. So glad.
I even said it that way. And as I'm assuming you each come down for breakfast. Halik comes from spending the night with his tribe. And the the 8 monks are standing there. They are you ready? Because we heard word from Leosin this morning.
Zag will nod.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were waiting for an answer.
Yes. My family's made it here, more or less safely. I regret to leave them so soon, but it's what we have to do. So yes, let's go.
We're
On the way out, I'm gonna pat Halik on the shoulder. Maybe I'll have a third on when we get back.
Oh no.
Oh baby Haley.
Nisam laughs a little bit. And he says,
Oh, is she there?
"Yeah, they're
I need some. Sorry, can't keep people straight.
Hmm.
he, he says, well, it's we heard from Leosin. He's in a town called Greenest. I understand you have some history there, thoroughly. So you will have plenty of time to discuss it on our way down. Meet us outside of town in an hour, and we will take to the skies. That's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I
And we get
can't
to
wait
write on
to-
a
And,
hippogriff.
Yeah. Did all of them leave? I just want to end it with one thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they all leave, and I'm going to turn to everyone else, and he is not to know what my history there is.
Halik?
I nod deeply.
Fair enough.
Not so good at lying, but I will nod and I will not speak.
Yeah.
That's kind of how that works.
Oh boy, oh boy.
All right.
And Erica's back!
Finally, yeah, I finally get your camera back at the end.
Oh no.
And Dandy's gone.
And I crashed. Yeah.
Oh no!
One
where
in,
did
one
everything
out.
go?
Roll 20. What the hell, man?
There it is.
Yeah.
All right.
So, we'll be back tomorrow night.
Yeah.
we'll
Star
come back
Wars.
tomorrow with
As
Star
usual,
Wars.
we'll likely start 15 to 20 minutes late, as it is,
You know
as
what?
one
If we
does.
get more viewers, we'll start on time. You jerk.
Yeah. Hey, now
Yeah.
traffic will be traffic regardless of our priorities.
I have errands to make, and being 2 hours behind makes
Yeah.
it a bit tight.
It's rough. So thank you very much for stopping by, everyone, and we will see you tomorrow.
Hope everyone has a good night.
Bye.
See ya!
Bye.
Good night.
Rosie says goodbye
Oh.
too.
Yeah.
She said it's about that time.